Now, speaking of cool designs and devices that appeal to the younger crowd, as we were getting into the iPhone dominance here in the teenage market in the United States, the Pixel A, the A series for Google, has been an outstanding device as far as sales. I think they broke records with the 7A, and it encompasses everything the Pixel is, right? It's not it's not the flagship device like the 8 Pro, but this will have flagship ish or flagship similar specs. The jump from the 6A going to the 7A was huge. I hated the 6A. The 7A added the high refresh or 90 hertz refresh screen rate, added the face unlock, added a better, newer fingerprint scanner, added wireless charging, and that was the next step. Because with the 3A, I think the 3A was my favorite, one of my favorite phones of all time. Then the 4A, the 5A sucked, 6A sucked, boom, and they hit right back on with the 7A, and now I think with the 8A they're gonna have a smash hit. Let me tell you why. Now this will have the Tensor G3 chip. The Tensor G3 chip is phenomenal. The 8 Pro, best battery life I've ever gotten on any device in my life. We're talking 10 hours of screen on time. And they're bringing that same CPU to the Pixel 8A. It'll have wireless charging. It'll have 90 hertz refresh screen rate, which is fine. I can deal with 90 hertz. Now, yeah, it'll have 8 gigs at 128. What I want to see them do, I know they're not going to bump that up to 12 gigs of RAM. They're going to keep it at 8, but I would like to see them put into 56 gigs of storage. 128 is just not enough. So, no news on that yet. But we do have the dummy unit, which we got into earlier, the dummy units for the Samsung Galaxy S24s lineup. But here we have a dummy unit of the Pixel 8A. And something interesting I want to get into. Let me move my head. I'll do a screen share. But look at this thing. So it basically looks like a mold of the outside. It doesn't even look like the S24. The S24's dummy units look like an S24 just with a black screen, like one you would buy in a store. This is basically something carved up like in a 3D printer. But it is a dummy unit nonetheless. And the A series, I think they get released in July. Yeah, somewhere right around there, July. So this is like relatively pretty new. Typically with dummy units, as I explained on the S24, is to send off to case companies so they can mold their cases and have the cases ready to purchase alongside the phone on day one. So I think this is still too early. Uh, I don't. You don't see too many dummy units that look like they're made of foil. So I'm not sure. Let me get into something. Let me do the screen share. Check this out. Where are we? Right here. I want to show you something interesting. Now, it says the leak dimensions seem to contradict earlier leaks. There's something with this screen that raised my eyebrow that I want to. I think I want to explain. Okay, so this is the dummy unit of the Pixel 8A. Does look like it's made out of aluminum or something, but should be the basic design. Now, did this get out to one of the case companies for a mold? I don't believe so. I think this is the like pre dummy unit, right? This is like the dummy unit they make as a mold before they send out to the dummy unit for the case companies, because this looks like something that Google printed up just to see how it feels in the hand and kind of the basic design. Say, oh yeah, kind of like that. Oh, I think the this one, doesn't. They do that. They do all that. They make, like, for example, when I believe there was a little short documentary on OnePlus YouTube page, maybe I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago. So when OnePlus was making the 7 or 7 Pro, They went behind the scenes of how they make it, this and that, and they went into a OnePlus office and they showed a bunch of units, devices, dummy units that they basically molded or carved or constructed, kind of like this one. Um, and they pass them around in the office. They pass them around to the team, to whoever the board members are, or to the developers, to get opinions. Like this is too thick, or here, carry this around for a day, and come back tomorrow and tell me what you think. So OnePlus had like 12 or 14, I think it was maybe like 15 or 16 dummy units that were all slightly different a little bit, or maybe the camera sensors were off center to the left a little bit or in the middle, but they all had like 15 variations of the OnePlus 7 Pro that, I don't really like this one. Now let's scratch that until they finally get it down to like two or three that they like, and then they go with that, right? But this it did leak online. Now it shows that the upcoming Pixel may be more rounded, and yes, that is true. The Pixel 8 series is more rounded than the Pixel 7 series, which was more boxy. Now, this is the headline that I was gonna have y'all look at. The dummy unit also shows that the Pixel 8a could have thick bezels, right? Let's look at those bezels. Well, where's the picture? Okay, can y'all see this? Can you see? If you can't, I don't think I can zoom in anymore, but look how thick those bezels are. We haven't seen bezels like that on a phone in years. I don't believe that's what I don't believe that's what the 8A is going to look like on the front. That's like looking at the screen because you see the hole punches right here. I don't believe that's true. I think it's a dummy unit. I think they just carved it up to basically for the look and feel. Or, it's not going to have bezels like this. There's no way they're going to go back 5 years, back to 2015. Those are ginormous bezels. But again, this is not the final design. This is like a dummy unit they constructed to basically, eliminate or to see how it looks and feels in the hand as far as the dimensions. But let's get a good view of the back there. As you can tell, it looks like a Pixel. In the left side of the device, it will have a flat display. And the right side of the device. So very interesting there. Look, it is early. There's going to be tons more stuff that's coming out. Does it have dimensions here? The handset would be that's pretty thick right here. That's really thick, making it slightly slimmer and smaller than the last generations. But this new leak says the dimensions are taller and basically the same. So it should be a little taller. 153 compared to 152. The other numbers are basically the same. Interesting.